Steve Miller here with just a few extra minutes on this Thursday, November 19th, 2015. So here is a quick look at some of the region's top headlines. Myanmar says it will take more than a month before opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi can meet with senior officials to discuss the transition to the next government. Information Minister Ye Htut dismissed concerns saying, quote, "We don't see any problem at the moment. What President Thein Sein has said all the time was to maintain and support stability in the transition period. In the meantime, opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi herself has urged supporters of her party to remain calm. I don't think there's much to worry about because most people also believe stability is important at this time." End quote. The meeting's date is being proposed after the Union Election Commission completes its work, which includes some 100 complaints against Aung San Suu Kyi's NLD party and could ultimately place the party in a minority position. Human Rights Watch says police abuse against Afghan refugees in Pakistan has skyrocketed during the past year. The report asks Pakistan to act definitively to end what the group calls the rampant police harassment of Afghan refugees. While hostility towards the Afghan community is not new in Pakistan, it has increased dramatically after last December's militant attack on a school in Peshawar that killed 145 individuals, mostly children. The report's findings are based on interviews with refugee families and says the situation for those living in Pakistan is increasingly precarious. While Beijing didn't want the South China Sea disputes to rear its ugly head during the 2015 APEC summit, U.S. President Barack Obama wasn't having any of it. Obama announced that during a conversation with Philippine President Aquino, quote, "We agree that the need for bold steps to lower tensions, including pledging to halt further reclamation, new construction, and militarization of disputed areas in the South China Sea." End quote. Mr. Obama also announced that over $250 million in maritime aid would be given to regional allies, including a warship for the Philippines. Chinese President Xi Jinping continues to call for dialogue, but is not offering to halt his programs. News was abuzz this week about whether or not UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon would make the trip to Pyongyang to meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. After the KCNA reported that Ban would arrive next Monday and stay for 4 days, the Secretary General's office released a statement that that was not the case. However, it does appear that some discussions are underway, but noted that unless an official statement is made from Ban's office, anything else is purely speculation. The BBC is reporting that Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Viber, and WhatsApp services are being blocked in Bangladesh. This comes as the nation's Supreme Court has upheld the death sentences of 2 men convicted of genocide and rape by a special war crimes tribunal dating back to the country's independence battle in 1971. Human rights groups have condemned the war crimes tribunal, stating it does not meet international standards. If you have something further to add to these or other stories, please share your opinion on Facebook, Twitter, or by messaging podcast@asiannewsweekly.net. Thank you so much for listening and downloading this special podcast. For Asian News Weekly, I am Steve Miller, and until next week, be true to yourself and always be awesome.